Right. So my I hope I can explain this. I don't want to be too long, but I hope I can explain this properly to you guys and sort of tie everything together. I was able to do it in my head, but I tried, making a video. This is like my second time recording it, and I just couldn't um, express it properly. But I've talked about this before previously on my channel about cryptocurrency and not using it on these sites, and how these sites started promoting it because cryptocurrency was saving these sites. You would send your money, and if you use crypto, that's it. There's no chargeback. There's no, hey, I'm being cheated. I would like my money back, or hey, I have definite proof that there's something going on here, but you guys aren't doing anything. I want, there's none of that. There's none of that. Once you send it, it's gone. So I talked about that previously, but these was the casinos themselves pushing cryptocurrency. The reason is it's harder to track, and it's a lot easier for people to get away with stealing it. Uh, that's why we have so many of these Ponzi schemes that's going on, and that's not even stopped or noticed at this point in time. This is how. This is also what saved a lot of these scammers and money launderers as well. Again, it's privacy. It's being able to take the money, and there's really no recourse. So now I'm seeing that it's not just these casinos pushing it on us; it's these platforms that's pushing it on us. You're a cryptocurrency platform. Why are you pushing online casinos to me? Just doesn't sit right with me. But and it sort of just took me back to a time of I'm pretty sure I shared this in other videos where well, you know what, I probably didn't, but if you were playing using these sites, Bovada and ACR and all these other sites, uh, I'd say for at least since 2017, you may have experienced this. I have experienced this twice. Where in Bovada, I think it was actually back in 2014 or 15. I made a no, it was like 2013 and 14. I made a deposit. It was a pretty large deposit. I think it was like maybe 5,000. I think yeah, it was like 5,000. Um, and like 2 3 days later, I get an email. My account is actually blocked. So it's like I tried to log in, and it prompted me of my account. There's some issues, so I had to call a number. I spoke to a representative. The representative actually passed me over to a manager, something from I think it was like the Velvet Room or Red Room or Room VIP, some type of VIP program they had going on at the time. So they were asking me questions. They asked me, did I file any chargebacks or anything like that, and I said no, because I really actually didn't. But come to find out, it's actually my bank that held that payment for, I guess, a particular reason. It was out of the country, and I was just using my card in the country. All kinds of stuff. So I tell them no. They asked me to contact my bank and see if I can get the payment release. But the person was telling me not to let them know what it's for. Don't tell them that it's. And it just seemed very scamish. But I didn't think much of it because I've actually, at that point, had no time depositing or withdrawing money from the site. The same thing happened probably about a year and a half to 2 years later. Same thing happened from that time period. And the representative, not in the same manner, but in a different manner, more of a cryptic manner of telling me not to let my bank know. Because what was going on is banks wasn't for that, because banks knew all these chargebacks. They knew the risk. So they would use other forms, and they probably still do. They probably still do. I haven't loaded, and I definitely haven't loaded with crypto in like forever. So I'm not sure if they sort of use the same tactics, because even when you made those transactions, they would show as a different company on your statement. So it's just way too much fishiness. And now that we have cryptocurrency. They're pushing that more because it's a lot easier to get away with taking your money and doing whatever they please with it. Now, what I'm getting at is not a conspiracy, but it's just when we look at Vegas, like the start of Vegas, they always was talking about, oh, it's mobsters that's running it, it's mobsters, and that may have really been the case in the beginning. It was really mobsters, and then it started becoming more legitimate. But it's not like mobsters just completely left that industry. It's just they got smarter, they got higher ranks, and they became more incorporated. So I've seen for the last, just searching the web for the last few years, I've seen quite a few videos where people won large amounts. The most recent one I've seen was this lady won, I think it was from like MGM Michigan. She was on that site, and somehow she ran her balance up, like I think it was to like 3.2 million. But it was at even one point, I believe it was actually around 11 million. But when she went to go withdraw her money, they allowed her. It was only 100,000. She wanted to withdraw. She went back the next day, tried to withdraw more, and MGM said, no, we're not going to pay you out because there was a glitch. Remember that keyword, glitch. Now, there was another lady. Both of them were African American ladies. No, and I'm just saying, that's just a description just in case you run across the video. I'm not saying it has anything to do with race. That's not what I'm saying. But there's another lady. Same thing happened with her, but she was actually in the casino. She hit the slot machine. She was supposed to get like million, like I think it was like 40 something million, 50 something million. So it was a lot. I can't remember the amount, but it is a true story. And when they came up to her, they said it was a glitch. There was another story. This was, I think it was actually an Oriental or Caucasian lady. Same thing happened with her. She was supposed to get, she hit something on the slot machine, also for a few million. And they didn't say it was a glitch right away, but they were saying there was something. And then, 2 days later or a day later of her checking up, they say it's a glitch. So why is it every time that when someone hits something big, it's always a glitch to where they're not paying people out? So why is it a glitch when we constantly sit there? Now, when I say we, I'm just saying people. I don't play slot machines, but why is it that we can't use that same excuse to get paid out? There was a glitch. There's no way. And even if the math doesn't even add up, because even if the math doesn't add up, we can't use that. It's not it was a glitch, and we should have gotten paid, and we get paid. Now, more of connecting the mobsters and crypto and all this other crap is this point here. So I was watching some more videos about certain things, and the history of casinos, Vegas, slot machine scammers, and I don't even think they're slot machine scammers. I call them evening out the odds, because that's basically what it was. But I've seen quite a few stories of different people that were able to trick the system, and one guy, I guess he was the father of cheating the slot machines and stuff. I was noticing that it's funny how the casinos, when it came to people evening out the odds, aka or what casinos say is cheating, how the casinos can just call the cops or and the FBI get involved right away, and this person goes down and goes to jail and get all these years and have to pay all this restitution and stuff back. But when it's the consumer, us, when we contact, and even if we have evidence, video evidence, any type of evidence, and we provide it to them, the FBI doesn't get involved like that. The only time they really got involved was, as everybody knows, Black Friday. But there's so many other instances where people were reaching out, showing proof, doing this, doing that, and there's no FBI. These casinos and internet companies aren't getting in trouble, getting locked up. So why is it that the FBI is so heavily invested in taking a casino's word or whatever the case may be and just going after people full force? But we can't get that same type of action, even if there's proof as well. So it's like the mafia didn't leave the industry; they just got higher positions. They're just well protected. They're just a little bit more hidden. There's billionaires and trillionaires out there, and we just don't even know. Because all of this scamming, this illegal activity, and even with crypto coming into the game now, that's amplified. But I don't know, man. It's just a lot that's going on in my mind. I've seen a lot of stuff. Again, I never sit there and be like, oh, okay, so this day I'm going to talk about this. And no, it just comes to me and I just start talking. So sometimes it may seem like it's rambling, and it maybe is sometimes. But it's just me just connecting the dots like right on the spot. Maybe I should try doing diagrams. I am good at diagrams and pie charts, and maybe I should do that one day and just try to show it in that manner instead of just talking about it. Um, but yeah, so that's why I'm at. And this is, you see here, like I've seen this story. It is shown as my history in the recent. It's just I came across the video again. But I even think I may have talked about this video years ago. Say years ago, like I started this that long ago. Maybe like a year or two ago. But yeah, it was like 42 million, basically 43 million. And they didn't pay her out. But it's a lot of stories like that. You know, people win big, hit big, and they go to claim their prize, or claim part of their prize, get part of it, but can't get the rest, or they just can't get it at all because it's supposedly a glitch. That's what they use every time. So if your equipment is glitching so much or glitching like that, then what about all the people that lost money to that glitch? Are they compensated? No, they're not. But casinos are fine to perfectly use that, even if it there's even there now. I don't know every state, every country. I don't know all at all, but a lot of times when it comes to glitches, they must catch those glitches within a certain amount of time. And in a lot of stories I've seen, they did not catch these supposed glitches in time. But it just perfectly happened for them when these people tried to go get their money or claim their big prize. It was all of a sudden a glitch. Now, in all of these, in the three stories I mentioned, the FBI didn't get involved, and they had something to do with casinos. One was online casino, two was in-person casino. FBI didn't get involved. They didn't jump down these casinos' throats and make them pay up, or I mean, you can't. I'm not sure how their business is set up, but you can't just arrest the business. But there's things that you can do. Um, they're sort of protected in a sense. So it's a lot. I just want to talk about it because it was just bothering me. Um, and there's a lot going on in my brain. I just need to probably formulate it a little bit better and just to bring attention to it or awareness to it.